I've had times where things were hard and I've wondered if God was really there. We all have. But only some of us have wondered it at a time when our son, our brother, or another loved one's life hung in the balance. Options are laid out, and then you find out that another person somewhere out there is your only hope. It's not a doctor, not a world leader, not a family member. It's just another person who could be living on the other side of the world, or in the house right next door. The way to find out if this person exists is by a lone list of names provided by an organization called Be the Match. And then you're hoping and praying that when the list is checked, someone is found. A life-saving match. I received a call from Be the Match around August of 2014. It stopped me in my tracks. It had been about 5 years since I signed up to be a potential donor on the registry. I was told a 1-year-old boy needed a bone marrow transplant and I was a match. Amazing. At the time, my firstborn was about to be 1 and we were expecting a newborn baby. My heart was aching for the boy and his family. I spoke with the coordinator and discussed the process of donating, of which I was completely unfamiliar. After sharing with my wife of this little boy's need, there was no question. We were going to do everything we could to make sure this little boy received everything he needed, whatever the sacrifice. My wife's support was important to me. I couldn't have done it without her. After completing the necessary steps, including my physical exam and blood tests, the day had finally arrived. The coordinator I worked with was passionate and kind. She made sure I was informed and comfortable with the entire process. My wife drove me to the hospital on the day I was to donate. We talked and prayed as we considered what was about to take place. A second chance at life for one of God's precious little ones. I was prepped and now the time had come. I kissed my wife and prayed for the little boy that things would go well on his end. I fell asleep and woke up hours later to find my wife by my side. I asked about the process and she told me about the marrow I donated. I was advised that the procedure was successful and that now I was to focus on my recovery. I felt so excited and had the biggest internal smile. Somewhere out there was a family crying, hoping, and praying with all their heart for their little boy. Even though we had never met or spoken, I felt close to them, knowing my family will forever be a part of their family now. I believe in God's commandments and I hold them close to my heart. Love your neighbor as yourself became a beautiful truth to me. If it was me, and that was my son, I'd have given or done anything for him. The recovery process went well. After a few days, I was up and about, and after a few weeks, I was totally back to normal activities. Every day, I hugged the boys a little longer, held them a little closer, and appreciated what God had blessed me with in them. This little boy who received my bone marrow changed my life, touched my heart, and was one of the greatest blessings that came upon my life. If I could do it again, I would. If I was asked to donate multiple times, I would. If I could do anything else for him, I would. I had inquired multiple times of the little boy, and finally news came of him doing well after receiving the new marrow. Later on in the year, however, I heard of the relapse and was saddened by the news. Both my wife and I were heartbroken and prayed for him and his family. The call came again. A second donation would be needed, and soon. I quickly prepared by speaking with my family, the manager at my work, and organizing with the coordinator at the hospital to accomplish the necessary steps as quickly as possible. As I was getting ready to donate, I learned that the donation would be postponed due to the little boy not doing so well during preparation this time around. After a week or two, the donation was canceled. We found out that he went to be with Jesus a short time later. My wife and I were devastated. We wanted so much to be able to comfort the family and support them during this sorrowful time. We prayed and cried and prayed. Months later, I learned that the marrow recipient's family wanted to contact me. I accepted the request and have been in contact ever since. Lachlan McIntosh Tannery. a name I will never forget, and a little boy that will inspire me forever for his bravery and fight. My wife and I were so excited to speak with Mary and Jason and hear of Lachlan's twin brother, Calhoun, and of course, little Owen. This family is amazing. We shared our stories and we came to know one another really well. A friendship and relationship has blossomed, and a bond created that will never end. Mary, your tireless effort to promote Be the Match through events and such have left us in awe at your strength and selflessness. Through your family and friends, we have been blessed more than we can even begin to explain. And at the beginning of it all, 2 inspiring words: love and hope. And those are fighting words. As for me, my name is Joey. I was Lachlan's bone marrow donor. And although I was never able to meet him, I can't wait to meet you all very soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joey.
Thank you, Joey.
That brings me